You ever spend your whole life chasing something that should have been yours from the start? A glance, a pat on the back, someone saying, "I'm proud of you." Every Christmas, I showed up hoping maybe this year things would feel different. Maybe they'd look at me and finally see me. Not as the outsider, not the charity case, just their son. I'm Jonah, and I used to think I was just the black sheep in the Mitchell family. Turns out I was their scapegoat, the one they could lie to, laugh at, and leave out because they thought I'd never fight back. Christmas morning, cinnamon rolls in the oven, that fake pine candle burning, like always, wrapping paper everywhere. Noelle perfectly put together, of course, handing out gifts like she's hosting a Hallmark special. Eli showing off his new drone, Mom fussing over everyone, and Dad as usual planted in his leather chair like a king watching peasants. And me, sitting on the floor, trying to believe I belonged, still chasing that one damn moment. Then Noelle walked over and handed me a tiny box, said it was something meaningful. For half a second I believed her. I thought maybe they're giving me something real this time. I opened it. It was a paternity test kit. She smiled and said, "So you can finally stop pretending you're one of us." Dad laughed like it was the best joke he'd ever heard. Mom said, "It's time we stopped lying to ourselves." Eli smirked, and something inside me cracked. But something else, it came alive. Because what they didn't know is I already took a test 6 months ago. Not the one they wanted, the one they should have. I stood up, walked over to the coat rack, pulled out a small black box, handed it to Dad. Before we get to mine, I said, "You should open yours." He did, unfolded the paper inside. His hand started to shake. That smug grin dropped off his face. Mom peeked over, turned white. Eli and Noelle just stared. "What is it?" they asked. I looked right at Dad. "It's a DNA test," I said, "but not mine, yours." Because Eli, their golden boy, their miracle, isn't even Dad's biological son. I work in cybersecurity, which means I know how to find the stuff people try to erase. 8 months ago, I started digging and I found Mom's old emails, the ones she deleted, messages between her and a man named Victor Morales, Dad's former best friend, his business partner, and apparently Eli's real father. There were photos, hotel receipts, love notes. One message read, "If you love me, disappear. Let Adam believe the baby is his." And Victor did. He moved across the country, started over. Never knew he left a son behind, but I found him, and he didn't even blink before taking a test. Came back 99.98% match. So, while my family was busy planning their little ambush, I was building a truth bomb. Dad always had his suspicions. But instead of confronting the truth, he let me be the distraction. He let them humiliate me. Why? Because if he admitted Eli wasn't his, everything he built would unravel. So he made me the villain, the other, the disposable one. But here's the twist. Dad never legally removed Victor from the company records, which means Victor still owns part of their multi-million-dollar construction business. For 25 years, Dad has been hiding, covering, and cashing in illegally, and I have the receipts. You ever wonder why Eli got a new car at 17, and I had to bike to work in the rain? Why Noelle's tuition got covered, but I was told paying my way would build resilience. None of it was random. It was calculated. They gave everything to the son, who wasn't his, and nothing to the one who was. Because, yeah, I am his biological son. When I was 16, he got the results. He knew and he buried them. Let the lie continue. Let me keep suffering because it was easier to hate me than face what he married. So I handed him that black box, not to hurt him. At least not at first. I just wanted the performance to end. I wanted truth to walk into the room and shut it all down. Then I showed Eli a photo of him next to Victor. Same eyes, same jaw. It was undeniable. "This is your father," I said, "and he wants to meet you." Eli didn't say a word. Noelle's lips parted, but nothing came out. Mom just sat there frozen. And Dad, he looked at me like I was a ghost. I didn't scream, didn't cry, didn't beg them to see me. I just turned, walked out into the cold. No coat, no gifts, just me. But for the first time, I felt whole. I spent years trying to earn love from people who fed me silence and shame. Now I know I was never the problem. I was the only truth they couldn't twist. I didn't burn that bridge. I just stopped dragging bricks toward it. And when that door closed behind me, I didn't look back, because some families are made of blood. But the ones that last, the ones that heal you, they're made of choice and truth. And I choose mine.